Check microphone testing. Hello.
We are just testing with
in the honor of national anthem.
this is just a practice session which is the program is going to be followed soon. So it's just a practice session. वो जब मेन प्रोग्राम होगा तब का रिहर्सल है.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We welcome you all on the momentous day of the inauguration of 8 Court building of Aurangabad Civil Court. Today, the scent in the air clearly smells of liberty, kindness, humanity and everything precious and beautiful. The construction work of this 8 Court building commenced in the year 2020 and under the able guidance and support of the Honorable the Chief Justice, it was completed in short span of 2 years. This building stands majestically and comprises of 5 floors. The building houses 8 courtrooms spread on 3 floors, a new record room, a new library, a conference hall having seating capacity for 50 persons and an office complex. Today, we are expanding our physical boundaries, not only in terms of area, but also in terms of increased infrastructure. This historic event not only marks the inauguration of a new building, but also a substantial increase in terms of the facility for the litigants, lawyers and judicial officers of Aurangabad. With this brief introduction of the new court building, I, Neha Dayal, Judicial Magistrate First Class, with my colleague Shri Sudeep Pandey, Judicial Magistrate First Class, on behalf of Aurangabad Civil Court, extend our most heartiest and cordial welcome to Honorable the Chief Justice of Patna High Court, Shri Sanjay Karol, who was kind enough to accept our invitation and grace the occasion to be the chief guest for this inaugural ceremony. I also tender my heartiest welcome to Honorable Mr. Justice Sandeep Kumar, Judge, Patna High Court, Honorable Mr. Justice Rajiv Roy, Judge, Patna High Court, come Honorable Inspecting Judge, Aurangabad Judgeship, for taking time out of your Lordship's busy schedule for this inauguration ceremony. With great reverence and admiration, I also welcome the judicial officers of Aurangabad Judgeship, District Magistrate and Superintendent of Police, Aurangabad, the office bearers and members of the Bar Association, members of the print and electronic media, and all the invited dignitaries present here. Before moving ahead, ladies and gentlemen, let us begin the proceeding in our own traditional and auspicious manner by giving light to the ceremonial lamp, an ancient Indian tradition which signifies the spread of wisdom, knowledge and goodwill, followed by the recitation of local artists. For this, I would humbly request our Honorable the Chief Guest and the dignitaries on the dais to grace the occasion with lighting of the ceremonial lamp.
Thank you, Your Lordships. Moving ahead, not only to make the ambience fragrant, but also to show our honor to the dignitaries on the dais, I would like to request Sri Ashok Raj, Special Judge MP MLA Court, Sri Shukul Ram, CJM, and Ms. Madhvi Singh, ACJM, Aurangabad, to felicitate Honorable the Chief Justice of Patna High Court, Honorable Mr. Justice Sanjay Karur. Thank you, sir. Moving ahead, I would like to request Sri Pankaj Mishra, ADJ 1, Santosh Kumar, Sub Judge 1, Ms. Shobha Munsif, to felicitate Honorable Mr. Justice Sandeep Kumar, Judge Patna High Court. Thank you, officers. Moving ahead, I would like to request Sri Dhananjay Kumar Singh, ADJ, Exclusive Special Excise Court, Saurabh Singh, Sri Saurabh Singh, ACGM 3, and Ms. Neha, Judicial Magistrate First Class, to felicitate Honorable Mr. Justice Rajiv Roy, Judge Patna High Court, come Honorable the Inspecting Judge, Aurangabad District. Thank you, officers. May I now invite the team of Dr. Ravindra for traditional welcome song on this auspicious occasion.
Hello. माइक्रोफोन, कॉर्डलेस माइक्रोफोन अगर कहीं पे है तो उस सिस्टम के पास दे देंगे, कॉर्डलेस माइक्रोफोन।
Thank you for this beautiful song. Ladies and gentlemen, now since the proceeding of this inaugural ceremony has begun, I would humbly request our learned district and sessions judge, Aurangabad, Shri Manoj Kumar Tiwari, to deliver the welcome address.
Thank you, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, we are fortunate to have the presence of Honorable Mr. Justice Rajiv Roy, Judge Patna High Court, come Honorable the Inspecting Judge Aurangabad Judgeship for this inaugural ceremony. His Lordship has been the architect of this entire ceremony, and His Lordship has ensured the smooth functioning of this program through his maiden visit that is few days back. Now, without taking much time, may I have the pleasure and honor to humbly request Honorable Mr. Justice Rajiv Roy, Judge, Patna High Court, come Honorable the Inspecting Judge to address this august gathering. Lordship, please.
Thank you, Your Lordship. Ladies and gentlemen, it is our fortune to have the presence of Honorable Mr. Justice Sandeep Kumar, Judge, Patna High Court, for this inaugural ceremony. His Lordship has guided us in all our endeavour, and we have had the privilege of his guidance in the past. So now, I have the pleasure and honour to humbly request Honorable Mr. Justice Sandeep Kumar, Judge, Patna High Court, to address this distinguished gathering.
Thank you, Your Lordship. Now, the moment for which we all have been waiting with bated breath, that moment has reckoned. Before I request Honorable the Chief Justice to deliver his Lordship's address, I request everyone to please give a huge round of applause in the honor of our Chief Justice, who has been the first Chief Justice of Patna High Court visiting the civil court premises Aurangabad in this millennium. Have to clap. बोले एक बार.
Hello.
तो क्लैपिंग करनी है. आप लोग से एक रिक्वेस्ट है, एडवोकेट लोग से, जब यहाँ से अनाउंसमेंट होगा कि चीफ जस्टिस को ह्यूज राउंड ऑफ अप्लॉज देना है, तो आप लोग प्लीज खड़े होकर क्लैपिंग कर दीजिएगा. ठीक है? ओके. Thank you, everyone. Now, may I humbly request Honorable the Chief Justice of Patna High Court, Honorable Mr. Justice Sanjay Karol, to address this distinguished gathering. Lordship, please.
Thank you, Your Lordship. The words of wisdom and pearl of advice will serve as a constant reminder for all of us. We are all indebted to His Lordship for His guidance. May I now request Shri Krishnakant Tripathi, Principal Judge, Family Court, Aurangabad, to deliver the vote of thanks.
Thank you, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, now before announcing the culmination of this session, I would like to thank you all for sparing your valuable time. We are extremely privileged to have you all here. Coming to the end of the event, we wish you every happiness, prosperity and peace. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I would humbly request everyone to please stand in the honor of national anthem. एक बार प्रैक्टिस कर लीजिए आप नेशनल एंथम की अभी. Now, with the permission of the chair, may I announce the culmination of the inaugural ceremony. Thank you, Ravinder.
हेलो हेलो हेलो
हेलो हेलो हेलो हेलो
ओम हरे ओम नमस्ते रुद्रमण्डिभवतो देहिमे नमः बाहुभ्यां नमः जाति रुद्र शिवासनं घोरा पापकासनि तयानस नमः संतमयागिरि संता विचाकसि सामकं गिरि संतास्ते शिवां गिरितां ओम हरि ओम स्वस्ति न इंद्रो बृहस्पतिः स्वस्ति न पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्तारक्षो अरिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु विकटस्वामरुतः पुष्टिमातरः सुवम्यावानो वेदते कुलिमयः कृपामनवः सूरचक्षसो विश्वेनो देवा अभिषाकमन्यः भद्रं कर्णेभ्ये शृण्यामदेव भद्रं वसेन्माक्षभिर्यजत्राः स्थिरैरग्निस्तुष्ट्वा सस्तनुर्वसे महिदेवः पञ्चदायुः सतमेन्नो सरदो अन्ति देवादित्रान्नशक्ता जलसन्तनूनां पुत्रासो यत्रिदरो अदितिर्द्यौरतिर्माता सविता सुपुत्र विश्वे देवा अदिति पञ्चजनादिति जनित्वं दीर्घायुवाय बलाय वृद्धते सुप्रजातवाय सहसातो जीव सर्वसतम् ओम देव शांति अंतरिक्षगुम शांति मंगलम भगवान विष्णु मंगलम गरुड़ध्वज मंगलम पुण्यकाक्ष मंगलाय तनो हरि तदेव लग्नं सुदिनं तदेव ताराबलं चंद्रबलं तदेव विद्याबलं दैवबलं तदेव लक्ष्मीपते तिं दीर्घस्मरामि
Ladies and gentlemen, it is requested to be seated. With due respect, Your Lordship, may I begin? Ladies and gentlemen, I would request everyone to please stand in the honor of National Anthem. Thank you, everyone. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We welcome you all on the momentous day of the inauguration of 8-court building of Aurangabad Civil Court. Today, the scent in the air clearly smells of liberty, kindness, humanity, and everything precious and beautiful. The construction work of this 8-court building commenced in the year 2020 and under the able guidance and support of the Honorable the Chief Justice, it was completed in short span of 2 years. This building stands majestically and comprises of 5 floors. The building houses 8 courtrooms spread on 3 floors, a new record room, a new library, a conference hall having seating capacity for 50 persons and an office complex. Today, we are expanding our physical boundaries, not only in terms of area, but also in terms of increased infrastructure. This historic event not only marks the inauguration of a new building, but also a substantial increase in terms of facility for the litigants, lawyers, and judicial officers of Aurangabad. With this brief introduction of the new court building, I, Neha Dayal, Judicial Magistrate First Class, with my colleague Shri Sudeep Pandey, Judicial Magistrate First Class, on behalf of Aurangabad Civil Court, extend our most heartiest and cordial welcome to Honorable the Chief Justice of Patna High Court, Shri Sanjay Karol, who was kind enough to accept our invitation and grace the occasion to be the chief guest for this inaugural ceremony. I also tender my heartiest welcome to Honorable Mr. Justice Sandeep Kumar, Judge, Patna High Court, Honorable Mr. Justice Rajiv Roy, Judge, Patna High Court, come Honorable Inspecting Judge, Aurangabad Judgeship, for taking time out of your Lordship's busy schedule for this inauguration ceremony. With great reverence and admiration, I also welcome the judicial officers of Aurangabad Judgeship, District Magistrate and Superintendent of Police, Aurangabad, the office bearers and members of the Bar Association, members of the print and electronic media, and all the invited dignitaries present here. Before moving ahead, ladies and gentlemen, let us begin the proceeding in our own traditional and auspicious manner by giving light to the ceremonial lamp, an ancient Indian tradition which signifies the spread of wisdom, knowledge and goodwill, followed by the recitation by local artists. For this, I would humbly request our Honorable the Chief Guest and the dignitaries on the dais to grace the occasion with lighting of the ceremonial lamp.
Thank you, Your Lordships. Moving ahead, not only to make the ambience fragrant, but also to show our honor to the dignitaries on the dais, I would like to request Sri Ashok Raj, Special Judge MP MLA Court, Sri Shukul Ram, CJM, and Ms. Madhvi Singh, ACJM, Aurangabad, to felicitate Honorable the Chief Justice of Patna High Court, Honorable Mr. Justice Sanjay Karol. Moving ahead, I would like to request Sri Pankaj Mishra, ADJ1, Santosh Kumar, Sub-Judge 1, and Ms. Shobha Munsif to felicitate Honorable Mr. Justice Sandeep Kumar, Judge, Patna High Court. Honorable Mr. Justice Sandeep Kumar, sir, sir, please kindly felicitate Honorable Mr. Justice Sandeep. Thank you, sir. Moving ahead, I would like to request Sri Dhananjay Kumar Singh, ADG Explosive Special Excise Court, Saurav Singh, ACGM 3, and Miss Neha, Judicial Magistrate First Class, to felicitate Honorable Mr. Justice Rajiv Rai, Judge, Patna High Court, come Honorable the Inspecting Judge, Aurangabad, Judge. Thank you, officers. May I now invite the team of Dr. Ravindra, along with history from Danika Music College, for traditional welcome song on this auspicious moment.
Papa
Thank you for this beautiful song. Ladies and gentlemen, now since the proceeding of this inaugural ceremony has begun, I would humbly request our learned district and sessions judge sir, Aurangabad, Shri Manoj Kumar Tiwari to deliver the welcome address.
The Justice Sandeep Kumar, Patna High Court, Honorable Mr. Justice Rajiv Rai, Patna High Court, come Honorable the Inspecting Judge, Aurangabad, Justice DM and SP, Aurangabad, Office Bearer and members of the all bar associations, members of the press, all other invited esteemed guests, ladies and gentlemen. A very good morning to all of you. Today is the golden day of my life. I hope it's come again and again. As we all know, the last couple of years has affected us with an unprecedented crisis of COVID-19 pandemic. However, under the able guidance and inspiration of Honorable the Chief Justice, we used the crisis as an opportunity and adopted new technology in court work. This ensured the justice is imparted even to the last man standing in the queue. In this process, we also disposed of large number of cases, especially old cases. We would like to assure our guardian and mentor that with the active support of the bar, we will continue to serve the people of the justice without any hindrance. It is a matter of great satisfaction that the officers posted here along with the unconditional support of the bar is working hard to fulfill the dreams and aspirations of the Honorable Chief Justice with regard to the disposal of old cases. Now, without any further delay, we, behalf of the Justice of Aurangabad, I extend my most cordial welcome to Honorable Mr. Chief Justice Patna High Court, Honorable Mr. Justice Sanjay Karol for sparing his Lordship valuable time for this inaugural ceremony and having agreed to bless us with your Lordship gracious presence. I also tender my heartiest welcome to Honorable Mr. Justice Sandeep Kumar, Judge Patna High Court, who has not only guided us but also provided key inputs for the betterment of the facilities at the justice. I take this opportunity to welcome my Lord Honorable Mr. Justice Rajiv Rai, Judge Patna High Court, come Honorable Inspecting Judge Aurangabad, Justice for guiding us at each and every step and being the architect to today's program. Despite this busy schedule, my Lord took extreme pains and to ensure that this event be a success. I would like to use this forum to thank great my Lord Honorable Mr. Justice Madhuresh Prasad, Judge Patna High Court, who thou not physically present between us, but his Lordship has been the pioneer in the completion of in this new court building. I also welcome to the judicial officers of Aurangabad Justice who has put in their relentless effort to make today's program a grand success. I also welcome the DM and SP Aurangabad and officers from the PWD department who have helped us in all our endeavor with full cooperation. I also welcome the office bearer and members of the Bar Association who have always supported us in all our efforts. I welcome the members of the press. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, we are fortunate to have the presence of Honorable Mr. Justice Rajiv Roy, Judge, Honorable Patna High Court, come Honorable the Inspecting Judge of this Justice. For this inaugural ceremony, His Lordship has been the architect of this entire ceremony and His Lordship has ensured the smooth functioning of this program through his maiden visit a few days back. Now, without taking much time, may I have the pleasure and honor to humbly request Honorable Mr. Inspecting Judge to address this august gathering. Lordship, please.
Honorable Mr. Justice Sanjay Karol, the Chief Justice Patna High Court, Brother Honorable Mr. Justice Sandeep Kumar, Mr. K.K. Tripathi, the Principal Judge, Family Court, Aurangabad, Mr. Manoj Kumar Tiwari, the District Judge, Aurangabad, all the judicial officers present here, President and Secretaries of the different associations of the Aurangabad Civil Court and Daudnagar Sub-Divisional Court, Mr. Saurabh Jorwal, the District Magistrate, Aurangabad, Mr. Kantesh Kumar Mishra, the Superintendent of Police, Aurangabad, and the distinguished guests. I am fortunate to be present in the campus of Aurangabad Civil Court, which boasts of starting its judicial journey in 1846 when the Special Munship Court was established. I have been informed that the area where it was located is now known as Munship Mohalla. In 1915, the District Judge building came into existence. It has now got heritage status, and even after completion of 100 years, it has maintained its shine and pride. As workload increased, need to build new buildings arose, and soon we had separate buildings for CGM Court, the Family Court, as also the Fast Track Court. With the passage of time, need for some more buildings arose, and then came up this new building. It is complete now and ready to become functional. Going through its corridors, one can say that the makers of this building have taken every care to see to it that the basic amenities are available here, and they need words of appreciation for that. My special thanks to brothers Honorable Mr. Justice Madhuresh Prasad and Honorable Mr. Justice Sandeep Kumar, the earlier inspecting judges of Aurangabad Judgeship, who took keen interest in the construction of the new building, giving some valuable tips in the process. Finally, onus came on me to ensure that Honorable the Chief Justice graced the occasion. Our deepest regard to him for giving his consent to visit Aurangabad Civil Court despite his busy schedule. As this day will go into history, and once the shifting process is over, soon the building will start bubbling with activities. Those who occupy the chairs must ensure that not only it maintains its shine and pride, they have to keep in mind the purpose for which this building has been constructed, and that is to say, to ensure that justice is delivered to the last man in the queue. With the aforesaid words, I thank you all for being with me for the last few minutes. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you, Your Lordship. Ladies and gentlemen, it is our fortune to have the presence of Honorable Mr. Justice Sandeep Kumar, Judge, Patna High Court, for this inaugural ceremony. His Lordship has guided us in all our endeavour, and we have had the privilege of his guidance in. So now, I have the pleasure and honour to humbly request Honorable Mr. Justice Sandeep Kumar, Judge, Patna High Court, to address this distinguished gathering.
Namaskar. Honorable the Chief Justice, Justice Sanjay Karol, Honorable Justice Rajiv Roy, Sri K.K. Tripathi, the Principal Family Judge, Sri Manoj Kumar Tiwari, the District and Sessions Judge, Judicial Officers, Saurabh Jorwal, the District Magistrate, Sri Kantesh Mishra, the Superintendent of Police, the President and Secretary of the Bar Association. I don't know whether there are two associations or one. If there are two, the Presidents and Secretaries of the Bar Association, lawyer friends and guests. This is my second visit to Aurangabad. I first visited Aurangabad District Court and of course town as a inspecting judge of this court. The District and Session Judge, Mr. Tiwari, is a fine judicial officer, and he takes care of the administrative work very efficiently. I had no problem while I was the inspecting judge, I had no problem and any issue which cropped up was discussed by him and was sorted out by him. Every district should have a district judge like Mr. Tiwari. So far as the judicial officers are concerned, I don't know much about them, but apart from some little complaints, everything is all right. People are working. Some lawyers may be having some complaints against them, but those are being sorted out by the district and sessions judge. And I hope that the secretary and the president of the Bar Association are mature enough to see that there is no controversy between the bar and the bench. Not many of you may know Mr. Rajiv Rai, Justice Rajiv Rai and myself. We have been friends since the day we joined the bar. We both have been members of the same association. We both have been the secretary of the same association. So I can say that you have got a very good judge as your inspecting judge, and he will look after all the members, everyone. Bar has to cooperate with the judiciary in the speedy disposal of the cases, particularly new cases, as we were discussing just now before coming to this function. New cases in which charge sheets are filed, they have to be dealt with at the earliest. The old ones also should be disposed of at the earliest, but it is easy to get the witnesses, the official witnesses, the materials for disposing of the cases. And so far as the civil matters are concerned, as I had interacted with the judicial officers earlier, the judicial officers who are there dealing with them, they should try to look after at the disposal of those cases, because those give rise to criminal cases. If a civil suit is decided as early as possible, then this criminal element will not come. Otherwise, a person loses hope and thereafter he contacts lumpen elements or outsiders for settling their disputes. So I would not take much time. We have to hear the Honorable the Chief Justice. Apart from this, I will only say that during the pandemic, we all have learnt our lessons. We all have trained ourselves in the technical advances. The Patna High Court has been one of the pioneers in disposal of the cases. That would not have been possible without the functioning of the lower courts, district courts. I am sorry, not lower courts, but district courts. I thank you all for inviting me to this function. Thank you very much. Namaskar.
Thank you, Your Lordship. Now, the moment for which we all have been waiting with the bated breath, that moment has reckoned. Before I request Honorable the Chief Justice to deliver his Lordship's address, I would request everyone to please give a huge round of applause in the honor of our Chief Justice, who has been the first Chief Justice of Patna High Court visiting the civil court premises, Aurangabad this millennium. Thank you everyone. Now may I humbly pray Honorable the Chief Justice of Patna High Court, Honorable Mr. Justice Sanjay Karol, to address this distinguished gathering. Lordship, please.
औरंगाबाद डिस्ट्रिक्ट के करीब 26 लाख लोगों को मेरा प्रणाम। बैठे मेरे साथी ऑनरेबल मिस्टर जस्टिस संदीप एंड ऑनरेबल मिस्टर जस्टिस रॉय, सभागार में हमारे साथ शोभा बढ़ा रहे हैं सभी बार के सदस्य, खास करके और उनके साथ हैं श्री मनोज तिवारी डिस्ट्रिक्ट जज, श्री के त्रिपाठी सीनियर जज, डिस्ट्रिक्ट मैजिस्ट्रेट श्री सौरभ जोरवाल, सुप्रिटेंडेंट ऑफ पुलिस श्री Mishra. I am told that there are 3 bar associations here. Bar Association के President श्री रशिक बिहारी सिंह, Secretary श्री नगेंद्र सिंह, अधिवक्ता एसोसिएशन के President श्री संजय कुमार सिंह, Secretary श्री सिद्धेश्वर विद्यार्थी, दौदनगर बार एसोसिएशन के प्रेसिडेंट श्री उमेश कुमार, सेक्रेटरी श्री धर्मेंद्र सिंह. There are a large number of senior advocates. When the lighting of the lamp was to begin, so I requested the learned portfolio judge that the senior most respected member of the bar, who is elder also in age, and one judicial officer should join us for lighting the lamp. Shri Kumar Yogendra Narayan Singh, people from the media, press, and above all my family, which is the staff and administration of the justice delivery system. A very good morning to all of you. पहले तो मुझे ये कहना है कि घर आए आदमी का स्वागत नहीं होता है, वो अपने घर आता है. तो बड़ा बहुत बहुत आपका धन्यवाद जो आपने ये सम्मान की जो शब्द कहे. लेकिन मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि बार बार मैं जहाँ जाता हूँ अपने घर ही जाता हूँ. एक अभी मीटिंग हो रही थी एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन के साथ, तो मैंने अपने ब्रदर्स को कहा, मैं रहने वाला हिमाचल प्रदेश का हूँ, देवभूमि है. बिहार भी देवों की ही भूमि है. और मेरा अनुभव ये है बिहार का कि आउट ऑफ 38 डिस्ट्रिक्ट्स मैंने 37 डिस्ट्रिक्ट्स बहुत एक्सटेंसिवली घूम के मैंने देख लिए हैं. और मुझे यहाँ के लोगों के बारे में, यहाँ की जनता के बारे में, यहाँ के समाज के बारे में, यहाँ के पूरा परिप्रेक्ष्य हेरिटेज के सोशल, इकोनॉमिक, एनवायरनमेंट एंड नीड्स के बारे में पूरा ज्ञान है, अवगत हूँ. और जब हम न्याय करते हैं या जब मैं न्याय करता हूँ, फैसला लिखता हूँ, तो ये ध्यान में रखता हूँ कि मेरी जजमेंट जो है वो केवल एक काली स्याही की लिखी हुई एक दस्तावेज नहीं है, लेकिन किसी के आंसू पहुँचने के लिए ये उसके काम आती है. और उस सामाजिक परिप्रेक्ष्य में ही हमारा और जितने भी हम संविधान से जुड़े हुए लोग हैं, प्रणाली से जुड़े हुए लोग हैं, ये ध्यान में हमेशा रखते हुए अपना कार्य करते हैं. मुझे आप सब लोगों के बीच में आके बहुत खुशी हो रही है, गदगद हूँ मैं. और ख़ास करके औरंगाबाद में, क्योंकि मैं जब बिहार में आया तो मैं एक कल्पना, एक एम्बिशन, एक ज़ील के साथ में आया और एक विजन के साथ में आया कि बिहार की छवि और बिहार के लोगों की छवि और बिहार में जो न्यायिक प्रणाली है उसको सुदृढ़ करना है, संभालना है और उसको इतना आगे ले जाना है कि वो पूरे भारतवर्ष में नंबर 1 बने। और अगर मैं ये कहूँ, ज़्यादा नहीं कहूँगा ब्रदर, अगर आप मुझे ऐसा लग रहा है मेरा सपना जो है बिल्कुल साकार होता चला आ रहा है पिछले 3 साल से। देखिए बिहार कहाँ है हिंदुस्तान में, नंबर 1 ही है। और कहीं हिंदुस्तान में आप देख लीजिएगा, यहाँ पे केवल बिहार ही छाया है सारे हिंदुस्तान में। ये बिहार एक बात और कह रहा था मैं जब बैठे थे हम, कि मेरी सैलरी तो माननीय श्री राष्ट्रपति जी कंसोलिडेटेड फंड से आती है, लेकिन नमक मैं बिहार का ही खाता हूँ। और हर पल हर क्षण किस तरीके से यहाँ पे सामाजिक न्याय मिले इसके बारे में सोचता रहता हूँ और अपने साथियों के साथ चर्चा करता रहता हूँ और जो भी सुझाव मुझे मिलता है उसको इम्प्लीमेंट करता हूँ। मेरा आप सबसे अनुरोध ये है कि हम यहाँ पे इसलिए हैं, जब हम की बात मैं कहता हूँ तो हम जो जस्टिस डिलीवरी सिस्टम से जुड़े हैं और खास करके जो जजेस हैं, दे आर हेयर ओनली टू सर्व, दैट्स अबाउट ऑल। एंड व्हेन वी से दैट जजेस, इट इज पार्ट एंड पार्सल, बार इज पार्ट एंड पार्सल ऑफ दिस जस्टिस डिलीवरी सिस्टम। वी आर wheels of two wheels of the very same chariot. Without the active participation, cooperation and assistance of the Bar Association, the justice delivery system cannot even function for a particular day. I was just only examining what is the pendency of Aurangabad. I noticed that this district was set up, the courts were set up in the year 1977. And since then, there has been a steep rise of cases and pendency, be it on the civil side or be it on the criminal side. Approximately, as on date, 65,000 cases are pending before this court. And there are more than 1,000 cases which are pending of more than 20 years. Now I ask this question to myself, मैं अपने आप से पूछता हूँ कि जिसने, अब एग्जीक्यूशन भी मैं देख रहा हूँ, 1970 की एक एग्जीक्यूशन पेंडिंग है, तो 70 का मतलब है कि वो कम से कम भी 1950 या 60 में केस फाइल हुआ होगा, तो सुप्रीम कोर्ट तक वो डिसाइड हुआ होगा और उसकी एग्जीक्यूशन पेंडिंग है और उसकी कई पुश्तें, पीढ़ियाँ निकल गई होंगी हमारे कोर्ट्स के दरवाजे खटकाते हैं। तो अब ये वक्त आया है to instill that faith again in the mind of that litigant for whom we are here, that justice delivery system is not only going to be cheap vis-a-vis the lawyers are concerned, but also going to be efficacious। और न्याय जो है एक विजन के साथ, एक मिशन मोड में डाल के हमारे को उस पेंडेंसी को डील करना है। ऑनरेबल जस्टिस संदीप जी ने कहा, बड़ा अच्छा सुझाव दिया कि जो रिसेंटली फाइल्ड चालान्स हैं उनको आप फास्ट ट्रैक पे लाएंगे लर्नेड मेंबर्स ऑफ द बार की एक कोऑपरेशन रहेगी तो डेफिनेटली इट विल हैव अ डायरेक्ट इम्पैक्ट इन द लॉ एंड ऑर्डर सिचुएशन ऑफ औरंगाबाद. I was only reading the history of Aurangabad. First, Magad was there. Then Sher Shah Suri came, and then the Britishers came. I was also reading what was the justice delivery system in those days, and subject to correction, I found that the best justice delivery system was that of Sher Shah Suri. Crime was very, very less, minimal almost. Punishment was severe. He was also one person who was firm and ensured that justice is delivered expeditiously. I only wish that we adopt that path and ensure that justice is delivered at the earliest. मुझे बार के मेंबर से एक और बात कहनी है कि जो यंग बार है, बहुत से लोग यहाँ पे यंग हैं. You are the repository of the judges. आप प्रैक्टिस करें, इस तरीके से प्रैक्टिस करें कि आप इस तरीके से असिस्ट करें कि जज ऐसे फैसले लिखे जिसकी ना तो कोई अपील हो ना कोई दलील हो. क्योंकि मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि 25 लाख लोगों, 26 लाख औरंगाबाद के 26 लाख लोगों के लिए अगर कोई न्यायालय है हिंदुस्तान में तो वो केवल औरंगाबाद का ही होना चाहिए. सुप्रीम कोर्ट में एसएलपी नहीं जाना चाहिए. कहाँ से एक खेत में काम करने वाला आदमी, दिहाड़ी मजदूर, दिहाड़ी पे कमा के खाने वाला आदमी कहाँ सुप्रीम कोर्ट जाएगा? तो उसके लिए तो सुप्रीम कोर्ट ही औरंगाबाद ही होना चाहिए. ऐसे हमारे फैसले. तो ये जो यंग बार है ये असिस्ट करे इस तरीके से ऑनरेबल जजेस को कि फैसले वो ऐसे लिखें कि उसकी कहीं पे भी कोई अपील दलील ना हो. और जब वो घर जाए तो लिटिगेंट को ये ज़रूर एहसास हो कि फैसला मेरे हक में हुआ है या मेरे खिलाफ, लेकिन मुझे लगता है कि न्याय हुआ है. मेरी आत्मा बोलती है कि न्याय. डिस्ट्रिक्ट जज हेड होते हैं डिस्ट्रिक्ट के. मिस्टर डीएम भी यहीं हैं, मिस्टर एसपी भी यहीं हैं. मैं आप तीनों से ये रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा कि आप समय समय पर बैठिए, कोऑर्डिनेट करिए मूवमेंट्स का, एक्शंस का, so that justice is delivered expeditiously. खास करके बहुत सी कंप्लेंट आती है, वारंट्स सर्व नहीं होते हैं, समन्स सर्व नहीं होते हैं. उसमें आपको नए टूल्स, नई टेक्नोलॉजी का जिक्र किया. मेरे दो साथियों ने उसको आपको इस्तेमाल करना है. देखिए, कोविड एक ऐसा समय था जिसने हमारी जिंदगी बदल दी, हमारी सोच बदल दी. एक भी दिन के लिए बिहार में चाहे वो हाई कोर्ट हो या डिस्ट्रिक्ट कोर्ट्स हो, एक भी दिन के लिए फंडामेंटल राइट्स किसी के वायलेट हो रहे हों तो कोर्ट बंद नहीं था. कोर्ट के दरवाजे हमेशा खुले थे और उसका श्रेय जाता है आप लोगों को, स्टाफ को और हमारे जजेस को. टेक्नोलॉजी को हमने इंट्रोड्यूस किया, टेक्नोलॉजी को अडेप्ट किया. व्हाट इज़ द वे फॉरवर्ड? कोविड अब ख़त्म हो चुका है. 2 साल निकल चुके हैं, अब हमें आगे बढ़ना है, उसके साथ ही बढ़ना है। फैल रहा है कोविड, आज भी, आज की तारीख में भी मेरा एक साथी कोविड से इन्फेक्टेड है। पिछले 3 महीने में मुझे 2 दफ़ा कोविड हो चुका है। एक साथी मेरे पिछले 2 हफ्ते पहले इन्फेक्टेड रहे। तो ये बढ़ेगा, पर अब हमें इसके साथ जीना है, जीना सीखना है, काम बंद नहीं करना है, काम करते चलना है। मेरा आप सबसे ये रिक्वेस्ट रहेगा, पटना हाई कोर्ट ने ई फाइलिंग शुरू किया, एक मॉड्यूल अडॉप्ट किया जो डिस्ट्रिक्ट कोर्ट्स पे भी लेके आए। राइट फ्रॉम ई फाइलिंग टिल ई प्रोसेसिंग, ई हियरिंग एंड ई अपलोडिंग ऑफ जजमेंट, और सारा प्रोसेस इतना ट्रांसपेरेंट कर दिया, इतना ट्रांसपेरेंट कर दिया कि आज ह्यूमन इंटरफेरेंस बिल्कुल नील है, हो ही नहीं सकती है, बिकॉज कंप्यूटर्स हैव टेकन ओवर, सिस्टम्स हैव टेकन ओवर, टेक्नोलॉजी हैज टेकन ओवर द प्रोसेस। मैं आप सबसे रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा, डिस्ट्रिक्ट जज साहब से रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा, पोर्टफोलियो जज साहब से रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा कि इस मॉडल को आप अडॉप्ट करिएगा, औरंगाबाद में शुरू करिएगा, देखिएगा कितना आपको सक्सेस मिलता है। आई एम श्योर more and the more it is implemented, the more it will be improvised, and the more it will instill faith in the mind of litigants. पटना हाई कोर्ट में, सारे हिंदुस्तान में कुछ एक कोर्ट्स हैं जो लाइव स्ट्रीमिंग पे हैं। पटना हाई कोर्ट टेक्स प्राइड इन दैट, प्रिविलेज इन दैट। मैं आप पोर्टफोलियो जज साहब से रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा कि एक्सपेरिमेंटल बेसिस पे आप लाइव स्ट्रीमिंग भी कम से कम एक कोर्ट की ज़रूर करें, चाहे वो डिस्ट्रिक्ट जज साहब की हो, चाहे किसी की भी हो। एक्सपेरिमेंटल बेसिस पे लाइव स्ट्रीमिंग आप ज़रूर करें। उसके बहुत से फ़ायदे हमने देखे, बहुत से फ़ायदे हमने देखे, और सबसे बड़ा फ़ायदा तो यही है कि लिटिगेंट को, क्लाइंट को ये पता लगता है कि भाई मेरे केस में क्या हो रहा है, सब कुछ उसको जानकारी है। मेरा आप लोगों से ये भी अनुरोध रहेगा कि संविधान में एक आर्टिकल 319A जब इंट्रोड्यूस हुआ तो उसके पीछे एक ऑब्जेक्ट था, पर्पस था, दैट नो वन शुड बी डिप्राइव्ड, justice delivery system should be made available to all. And that was to achieve the object and the aim of the preamble of the Constitution, as also the Part 3 and Part 4 of the Constitution. Justice, which is social, economic and political, is how the preamble begins. It also, Constitution also says that we have to ensure that no one is deprived of lack of assistance or access to the justice delivery system. In this, I would say that both the bench and the bar have a great role to play. अभी तक क्या हो रहा था कि जस्टिस हम उसी को मान रहे थे कि जो हमारे पास कोर्ट में वकील साहब के पास केस लेके आता था और फाइल करता था, और जज 4 दीवारी में जज बैठ के अपनी जस्टिस दे देता था, फैसला लिख देता था। लेकिन आफ्टर द इनैक्टमेंट ऑफ द लीगल सर्विसेज अथॉरिटी एक्ट, the whole dimension and perspective has changed. Now, rather than waiting for the litigant to come to us, we have to go to the litigant through the process of paralegal volunteers and the legal services and see that those who cannot reach, those who are not even aware of their rights, are made aware of their rights. Yes, it will result into increase of litigation, but we don't have to worry about that. We have to tell them that these are their rights, and therefore, and it is in their interest that the litigation is initially increased, but then in the long term it takes care of flooding the courts with other collateral केसेस. उदाहरण मैं देता हूँ आपको एक. हिमाचल प्रदेश में एक गांव है, एक ज़िला है कुल्लू. कुल्लू में क्या होता था कि हमने जब लीगल एड का काम शुरू किया तो सडनली वी फाउंड दैट लीगल मैट्रिमोनियल केसेस एकदम बढ़ गए. और क्यों बढ़े? क्योंकि गांव-गांव में लोगों को जाके बताया कि भाई आप अपना डिवोर्स जो केसेस हैं वो डिवोर्स किस तरीके से लेना है. तो वहाँ एक स्टडी हुई कि भाई जब ये केसेस क्यों बढ़े तो देखा कि लोग अनपढ़ थे, बेचारे गांव के लोग थे, वो जाते थे कोर्ट कॉम्प्लेक्स में, तो जो टाइपराइटर के ऊपर बैठा हुआ जो स्टेनो होता था वो कागज़ के ऊपर, स्टाम्प पेपर के ऊपर डिवोर्स डीड लिख देता था और घर भेज देता था. पार्टीज वर वेरी हैप्पी कि हमारा डिवोर्स हो गया, 5-10 मिनट में हमारा काम भी हो गया, घर चले जाते थे. सडनली क्या हुआ कि कुल्लू में टूरिज़्म बढ़ा. टूरिज़्म बढ़ने से वहाँ पे लैंड प्राइसेस एकदम बढ़ गए. जब लैंड प्राइसेस बढ़ गए तो राइट्स ऑफ इनहेरिटेंस के दावे फाइल होने शुरू हो गए. तो अल्टीमेटली एनालिसिस ये निकला कि जो केसेस सिविल नेचर के एंड ऑल्सो क्रिमिनल केसेस arising as a result of a civil dispute arise हो रहे थे only because of one mistake or greed of the typewritist, steno typewriter. वो सब के सब बंद हो गए. लोगों को पता लगा, उन्होंने केसेस फाइल किए, फ्रेश केसेस फाइल किए, मैट्रिमोनियल केसेस बढ़ गए, मैट्रिमोनियल डिस्प्यूट्स फॉर ऑल टाइम्स टू कम एंड हो गए, राइट्स ऑफ इनहेरिटेंस सब के सब डिटरमिन हो गए. तो नाउ वी हैव टू अडॉप्ट दिस अप्रोच टू रीच आउट टू एवरी पर्सन एट द ग्रास रूट लेवल एंड मेक देम अवेयर ऑफ देयर राइट्स. हम देख रहे हैं, आई कैन ड्रॉ अ पैरेलल. अभी औरंगाबाद में लैंड एक्विजिशन प्रोसीडिंग शुरू हो गई हैं. कागजों में नाम किसी और का है, कब्जा किसी और का है, ऐसा हो रहा है. सो दीज राइट्स हैव टू बी सेटल्ड एट सम पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम. मेरा आप सबसे ये भी अनुरोध रहेगा कि जो हमारा प्रोसेस है जस्टिस डिलीवरी सिस्टम का, वो पनिशमेंट ना बन जाए. इसको आप थोड़ा देखिएगा, सो दैट इट इज़ हेस्टेड अप. मैंने एक एसपी साहब से बात की, पूछा, मैं देख रहा हूँ कि जो हमारे 60,000 केस हैं उसमें से 11,000 केस एक्साइज के हैं. तो एक सिंगल रजिस्ट्रेशन से हमारी जुडिशरी पे बर्डन तो बढ़ा ही है, इसमें कोई दो राय नहीं है. मैं केवल इतना ही कहूँगा एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन से, शुरू में हमारे पास ऐसे भी केसेस आए, चलान प्रेजेंट हुआ, लेकिन प्रोसेस इनकम्प्लीट था. फॉर एग्जांपल, the FSL report was not there. We were only burdened and strengthened. So the prosecution agency, whosoever is the prosecutor here, must take care that only those cases are filed, or cases which are complete and process complete in all respect, are only filed before the court and not burden us further with this litigation. So with these words, I would again thank everyone present here, ladies and gentlemen, मैं एक्नॉलेज करता हूँ कि कोविड के समय में जो हमारे साथी हमारे बीच में अब नहीं हैं, चले गए, उनकी जो योगदान रहा एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन ऑफ जस्टिस को चलाने का, आई एक्नॉलेज दिस एज फार एज औरंगाबाद इज कंसर्न फ्रॉम दिस प्लेटफॉर्म। और मैं खास करके धन्यवाद करता हूँ जो हमारे सफाई कर्मचारी और क्लास 4 एम्प्लॉयज़ हैं, उनके लिए बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद।
Thank you, Your Lordship. The words of wisdom and pearl of advice will serve as a constant reminder for all of us. We all are indeed indebted to His Lordship for his guidance. May I now request Shri Krishnakant Tripathi, Principal Judge, Family Court, Aurangabad, to deliver the vote of thanks.
Dignitaries present on the dais and off the dais, and invited guests, ladies and gentlemen. It is my privilege and honor to propose a vote of thanks on this historical and momentous occasion. On behalf of Aurangabad Jasip, I extend a solemn vote of thanks to the honorable dignitaries and the guests for devoting their valuable time and gracing the function. The Honorable Judge, the Aurangabad Justice express deepest sense of gratitude to my Lord Honorable Mr. Justice Sanjay Karol, Chief Justice Patna High Court, for being guiding light as the beacon of the Bihar judiciary. My Lord's continuous guidance and focus on innovation and speedy disposal of cases has been the motivating factor for all of us. My Lord's call to instill the spirit and humanism and scientific temper, including use of technology, remains at the core of the members of judicial fraternity. We remain forever indebted to your Lordship for constant guidance and support. We wish to express our most sincere thanks to my Lord Honorable Mr. Justice Sandeep Kumar, Judge Patna High Court, for always being pillar of support for us in all our efforts. My Lord's keen interest in the development of the new court building ensured that the quality of the infrastructure provided in new court building remained top notch. Thanks again, my Lord, for your words of guidance. I wish to express our most humble and sincere thanks to my Lord Honorable Mr. Justice Sanjeev Roy, Judge Patna High Court cum Inspecting Judge Aurangabad Justice, for his pearls of wisdom. The credit for success of entire program goes to his Lordship. My Lord, who took pain to visit the Justice and through his ideas ensure the new building became ready to us for the public in very short span of time. We seek my Lord's kind blessing and constant support for all times to come. I would like to thank Learned District Judge Aurangabad for his keen and continuous observation for the entire program, right from construction of the building till the conclusion of the event. Our praises are also to the entire team of the Aurangabad Justice, including its staff, whose support and restlessness effort has made this function feasible. I would like to thank the officials from the Public Work Department, the engineers and the other staffs for having put in their labors to ensure that such a magnificent structure is completed in time. Our praise are also for the officers from district administration, including district magistrate, superintendent of police, for their generous help and active support. I would like to thank all the esteemed members of the bar
and invited guests for gracing the occasion. Last but not least, I would also like to thank the members of the press covering the function. Thanks to all.
Thank you, sir. Now, ladies and gentlemen, may I humbly request the Honorable the Chief Justice Sanjay Karol to bless the team of performing artists. I would request the performers to come over the dais to receive the token of blessing.
Thank you, Your Lordship. Now, with utmost respect and humility, I request everybody to stand up for our national anthem. May I now, with the permission of my Lord, conclude the today's proceeding. Thank you, Your Lordship. With the permission of His Lordship, the today's event has come to an end. I must thank everybody who came here.